Hey guys, it's Abby, and this is the 5th post of Get 2012. This is going to be a big topic, so we're using today, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday for this one, and then Austin's going to take over all next week. The topic today is dating, and I only used one book for this, and it was Dateable by Justin Luckadoo and Haley DeMarco, and it's Baker Publishing Group. It's a great book. I got mine at Lifeway, but you can probably get them anywhere that you can buy Christian books. I really suggest you read it. It's great. The first chapter in Dateable, which is really what we're going to cover today, is called It Will Not Last. And when I started reading that, I thought it was pretty harsh, just blatantly saying no relationship will last when you're in high school. But that's really what it was saying. But they had good intentions, and what they meant was it's more than likely not going to last. I mean, there always is that 2% chance or whatever. And they had some statistics in there that I really wanted to read. It said 51% of people that get married to their high school sweethearts get divorced before the age of 24. The average marriage age is 25. Those people got divorced before most people were even getting married. Also, it says, if you were to ask 100 people, about 22 will tell you they married their high school sweetheart. Of that 22, about 17 will tell you that they got divorced before before they asked. That leaves 5 people. That's 5%. 5% of people will stay married to their high school sweethearts. And I think the main reason we jump into relationships is because we have a misinterpretation of the word love. Love is not that mushy feeling you get when you're with somebody. Love is a promise. It's the promise to always be there, to always take care of, and to stay with that person until death do you part. And I think that's something most high schoolers don't understand. I mean, I know I don't have that concept yet. But just because you heard those statistics, I don't want you to try to go be part of that 5% and go run to your boyfriend or girlfriend and try to make it work at all costs. Excuse me. Because then you will have wasted so much of your time. You will have given away so much more than you wanted to. And honestly, you'll leave that relationship with regret. And that's not a way to end any relationship at all. So, dating is supposed to be fun. That is why we date, to have fun. And I guess one major thing we need to get in our heads is, if you have a study Bible, turn to the back, because most study Bibles have this little, section guide or whatever. And if you were to try to look up dating, I tried this, because I heard this before and I just wanted to get the point. It doesn't have dating listed. And if it does, if your Bible does, seriously, please comment, because I really want to look at that. But when you look up marriage, it has about 10 or 15 verses in there about marriage. So, marriage is the only relationship God recognizes. God doesn't recognize dating. And I guess that's a major point to get across, too. And I guess I doubt that your relationship will make it towards marriage. I'm not saying it won't, but I doubt it. Because when we, date in high school, we have so much on our minds. And like I said in, not the last Bible study, but the Bible study called Calling on God, we have a busyness. And most of the time, when we try to date, a boyfriend or girlfriend does not fit into that busyness. And I guess that's something that's hard for us to grip, because, we want that relationship. We want to feel loved. But most of us aren't in love. We're in love with the feeling of being in love, if that makes sense. I mean, we love to hang out with our boyfriend or girlfriend and feel like we fit there. And I guess that's not such a bad thing, but you need to accept the fact that it's not going to last. And when you do that, it'll be so much easier, and you'll cherish that relationship so much more because you know you only have it for a limited amount of time. And then I guess you'll cherish the sweet little things that he or she does, like, oh, he gave you roses, or she called you and stayed on the phone with you when you were sick. And you won't notice those big things that we think are so big when we're dating. Like, oh, he didn't call me, or she skipped our date, or he stood me up. You'll forget those because people make mistakes. And then another thing is, when you realize that, the pressure's off, and you don't have the pressure from your friends or from your parents to be in the relationship with your perfect person or whatever. But let me clear something up before we go any farther. Just because I'm telling you all this doesn't mean you should go and run and dump the person because it's not going to last. I think you need to, rationalize, the time you spend with your boyfriend or girlfriend now, and realize that you need to put God first. So this will let you prioritize a little bit more instead of spending all your time with your boyfriend or girlfriend when it's not going to last, and spending more time with God when that relationship is always going to be there. And just as a little closing thing, I'm going to read a passage, and it's really well known. It's 1 Corinthians 13, 3-8. Most of you probably know this by heart, but this is the Message version, so it's probably a little bit different than your NIV version. It says, "If I give everything I own to the poor, and even go to the stake to be burned as a martyr, but I don't love, I've gotten nowhere. So no matter what I say, what I believe, and what I do, I'm bankrupt without love. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut, doesn't have a swelled head, doesn't force itself on others, isn't always me first, doesn't fly off the handle, doesn't keep score of sins of others, doesn't revel when others grovel, takes pleasure in flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts in God always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Love never dies." And I guess once you read that, sort of test your relationship that you're in right now against every point that's in there. Like, have you ever given up on each other? Have you ever cared for yourself more than you cared for them? And I know there has to be one in there that you'll answer yes to. And even that one means you're not in love. I mean, you might really like the person, but like Dateable said, it won't last. So, I'm going to close with that. And I want to thank you for watching this and for watching any of the other videos you've watched. I'm probably getting really close to the 10-minute mark that we put on these. So don't forget to contact us with any questions or suggestions. We've gotten a lot so far, so it's going really good. We've even had a guest, and we're trying to get a couple more. Don't forget to watch Dating Part 2 on Wednesday. And don't forget to watch the rest of them, because there's going to be 4 parts. And thank you so much, guys.